Okay, here I'm going to show you guys how to add the little accent. White and black is generally what I use, but they're little accent pieces just to kind of break up the paint, give it a little bit of dimension, and just really, it's really nothing to it. Just get a little bit of paint on your brush. I kind of do some edges white, some edges black. Some edges I feel like need both. There really is no rhyme or reason. Yeah, here I'm taking the black. I kind of use the black on the bottom of these rails just to kind of hide my line. And again, quick little strokes, not a lot of paint. Here I'm going to kind of show you, giving a little bit of dimension on these pumpkins. I'm putting the stems green because I forgot to do that. But basically, if you want to add like muddled lines, and that just basically means that you're breaking up that solid color. I'm going back over the orange and just putting a little bit more orange on top so that the paint's a little bit wet. I'm going to get a very, very dry black brush, and I'm just going to paint tiny little lines where like the grooves of the pumpkins would be. Now you can leave it like that. I actually just take a little bit of paint and I just kind of paint over, dabbing straight up and down, and it just softens up the lines really. You can kind of do it in a paint motion or dabbing motion. I think if you do like a swipe motion, it kind of pulls it down like the natural groove of a pumpkin. So again, if you mess up, just let it dry, paint back over it with the orange, and keep going. And here again, I'm using the black to kind of hide those lines. And again, they're just real quick, random strokes of the white and the black. Like I'll use the white kind of where shine would be per se, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. These are so simple. They're meant to be fun to paint. And again, I do the same thing with the snow. So a really dry white brush, and I'm just kind of grazing the edges so that the paint catches on those edges first, and then just kind of going all over the tree. I tried to do some like speckles of paint here with this little brush. It really didn't work that great with this brush. The bristles just aren't firm enough to like splatter the paint on there. If that's a look that you wanted to go for, like an old toothbrush would work perfect for this. I just didn't have one. So same thing with the flowers. I just kind of went in with a little bit of white, and again, these are dry brushes, kind of covering up those lines. And then I kind of go in with the leaves, anything leaves related. Like I'll take a little bit of black and go in like the middle of the leaf to make it a little bit more dimensional. If you kind of goober up on them, just take a little bit of green, dab it over it. And I actually use my finger and kind of dab it out, and that black will bleed up through the green. But again, if you don't like it, just let it dry, paint over it. And then here, yeah, I just kind of added the white. Just gives it a little dimension, breaks it up a little bit. It's super fun to do. Cute little accent that doesn't take too long.